Hey guys, what's up? This is Event Horizon. It's Father's Day, so happy Father's Day to every father out there. Important time of the year for, any dad. I was blessed with a very kind, sometimes, but a hard knocks also father. He was just for the most part. I mean, there are times when I was a kid where I was like, man, he's so unfair and stuff like that, but we were having cookout today, which is kind of like the normal family thing, and he got a grill today for Father's Day, and that was courtesy of my sister and her husband, and he loved it. Here's your present, go cook us some food type of thing. But, we also had some very serious talk. Me and my sister, we had it lucky, because when we were growing up, our biological father wasn't really there for us. My mom and him split when I was 2, and my dad stepped into the picture, and like I said, he's my dad. I don't consider him my stepdad, or I don't consider my brother that him and my mom eventually had as my half brother. That's my brother. That's my father, and that's very important to me. I've talked several times about how family's important, and it's part of the very first value that I listed in my core values was family. So, like I said, it's very important to me, and he's done a lot of things that were, I think, very vital to shaping who I am. I believe that there's a certain part of a person that you can't change. I mean, they're going to grow up or be however they are because that's how they're meant to be. But a lot of other things are things that your parents instill into you, and a sense of decency is probably one of them. I feel that when it comes to life and just people in general, I'm a fair individual. I'm not going to, blacklist somebody or anything like that. My dad. I'm sorry if it gets kind of weird and I kind of stumble for words, but he just means so much to me. There's been 2 big heroes or male figures in my life, and those 2 figures are my dad and the man I call my grandfather. And he really wasn't even my grandfather. He was my great uncle. But him and my great aunt, who I also, again, consider my grandmother, raised her. And that's, that's my grandmother and that's my grandfather. And I lost him back in December, and he's, like I said, he's a vital male figure for me, and so again, I apologize. It's just because those are the type of people that I love so much, and you don't ever want to hurt them or say anything bad about them, and I never ever try to do anything like that. It does backfire. I'm not gonna lie. Me and my dad butt heads all the time. And that's mainly because we're both strong-willed individuals. I feel one way about something, he feels another, and that's kind of how it goes. But, sorry about that, my damn chair. Anyway, I mean, hell, we even butted heads today, and it's Father's Day, and that's just kind of how it always will be. He's very alpha male, and he said he grew up in a school of hard knocks, and it's not an excuse, but sometimes you just gotta accept that that's how he was raised, and that's just him. So sometimes he'll come off as, I guess, kind of rude, but he's really not being that. He's a very honest and good person, and there's nothing else that I could say that would sum him up except for unique. He is unique. He's tender-hearted. He doesn't like showing it, but he is. He is a very tender-hearted person, and I would do anything for him. Same with my mom. I would do anything for either one of them, and kidney, lung, whatever. And I think that that's how you should be for your parents. I really look for some music to kind of add to this. The gameplay itself isn't like super exciting. I went 34-7 using the FNFAL, and I think this is the Galil I picked up. It's been a while since I played Black Ops, and I had this recording forever and ever ago, and so whatever. Anyway, I just couldn't find any that was good. I mean, even the mom one, I kind of got lucked out and fall out on that. So one of the things I'd like to ask just for my subscribers is, if you know some places with some real good royalty-free music, not like it's royalty-free, but you got to pay $5,000 to use, or $20 or whatever it is. I don't mind paying the money, but I want good music. I don't want, some shit a computer made that's like synth pop, upbeat stuff. I grew up around country and rock, which is kind of a crazy combination. I'm talking about old country like Conway Twitty, Loretta Lynn, Dolly Parton. To this day, Kenny Rogers is the shit to me. His song "County of the County" has been one of my favorite songs for the whole time that I was a little boy, and my mom and dad really got me into that kind of stuff. Dad was definitely a guy who liked rock. He liked his rock too, but we're talking like Stones, Kiss, classic stuff. We're not talking about the newer stuff that you see. Like, I don't even think you can classify a rock, in my opinion. Like Nickelback, that's alternative, but they still consider it rock or whatever. Anyway, so if you guys know anything, decent music or whatever, just let me know. Put in the comments. I don't need that kind of stuff to talk about my parents, but it helps. And sometimes they have songs out there that express stuff. And, the only song that ever really made a lot of sense to me for that would be "Just the Two of Us." I know Will Smith did that, and I don't know if he remade it or whatever, but excellent song, and that was sure there to pop me on the ass. But we were talking about this, and it's funny stories. He would bust our ass with his hand like no tomorrow, and it hurt. And then eventually, we kind of was like, whatever. Sometimes he'd even take us upstairs, and at the time we had bunk beds. This is me and my sister. I just had bunk beds in my room because I had cousins staying over or whatever. And he'd be like, "All right, now lay on the bed, and every time I slap this belt on the wood, I want you to scream like I'm beating your asses." So we did. And he would whack that thing hard, and we'd be screaming, and he said, "All right, now when we go downstairs, I want you to have tears in your eyes." I'm like, okay, we can do that. Oh, we would ham it up too. It would be to the point where him and my mom were actually fighting instead of, him just being disciplined. Mom would turn around pissed at him, and, "Jimmy Miller, I can't believe you beat the kids, make them cry like that." Oh, it was great. Because we would walk down there, and, I would try to sit down, and I'd jump back up like, "Oh my God, my ass hurts so bad I can't sit down for 6 Sundays." And, it was just really, I thought it was funny, and he thought it was funny too, except for, when it really turned into an all-out war, which sometimes it did. But at the same time, Mom wasn't afraid to discipline. I can definitely remember a time where my sister got popped on the ass with a brush, and she actually broke the brush. It was one of those like hard plastic ones. But anyways, this is coming to an end. If you could, just like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you haven't talked to your father, call him, tell him how much you love him and miss him. Dad, I love you, and thank you for being in my life. Hey guys, what's up? This is Event Horizon. It's Father's Day, so happy Father's Day.